Synthetic pot is making a comeback. Georgia has outlawed so-called fake pot after a series of reports by Channel 2 Action News. But we've recently discovered that ban has failed to cut the sale of knockoffs that get its users high. Channel 2's Tom Regan first reported on the problem a few months back. He's here now with an update. Tom?
Javita, synthetic pot, sometimes called herbal incense, became a huge concern after dozens of young users overdosed and had to go to emergency rooms. But we discovered the law, passed just a couple of months ago, has done little to stop the sale of products that mimic marijuana and may contain risky, unknown ingredients.
This is a 3-gram pack.
Our undercover producers had no trouble finding new brands of fake pot that stores insist are legal.
But this stuff, you can you can smoke it. It's like hot, right? Is it?
It'll give you the munchies too.
The leafy euphoric concoctions go by names like Mr. Miyagi, Buddha, and Cannabis. Users of fake pot describe an intense buzz that's untraceable in drug tests.
Like immediately, you get this tingling sensation all over your face and your head.
But the high can bring a dangerous downside. As we first reported, the Georgia Poison Control Center handled dozens of calls on patients who overdosed after smoking synthetic pot earlier this year. The state then passed a law banning its active ingredient, a synthetic cannabinoid called JWH-018. But now, legal alternatives are flooding the marketplace.
It definitely will be easy to come up with new products. It'll be tough to, in a sense, regulate that.
Georgia Tech biochemist Stefan France told us there are literally hundreds of thousands of possible chemical variations of the synthetic cannabinoid that can achieve the same end. Get users high.
Because there's so many different ways that you can derivatize that aren't covered by the way they describe it, then those would fall outside the realm of the law.
If the government isn't happy with products being distributed and they make them illegal, the people who make the products change it up, get creative.
Okay. There was one ingredient that got banned, but I mean, it was just not.
But it still does the same effect.
The continued sale of fake pot has some lawmakers calling for a broader ban.
In regards to what has been brought to our attention, we can further amend the current statute to make it even more stricter than what it is.
But with the cost and complexity of testing new strains of synthetic marijuana and the enormous profits to be made, some question whether any ban will effectively deter manufacturers or consumers, always looking for a new way to get high.
That's all the time we have for today. I'm stoned right now. I'm stoned.
Well, the owner of one store where we purchased the herbal incense told me what they are selling is legal and not the same formula that was banned back in July. Chemists with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation tell me they are now analyzing the chemical makeup of the new synthetic pot and say they would help to amend the law to make it more inclusive.